Now, dear listener, you may very well be interested in what Dave has to tell us. Dave, why don't you give us all the details first?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
As opposed to the artistic stuff.
Okay.
Do you know,
Everything's artistic.
Yeah, I think that's important.
Even crossing the lights is artistic.
Well, depends how you do it, of course. So you give us all the details,
Okay.
booking all of that stuff.
Okay.
All
Well,
leave the money, even though all the money goes to charity.
It does.
So you don't get into. Yeah, I might as well face it on. I will say the price. Okay.
Okay.
All right, go on.
Okay. Well, hello everyone.
Will I
who's
make the
listening.
phone call to our other friend?
You can make a phone call.
Okay,
to
I'll
one of
switch
the
my mic
stars.
off and do that.
Do you want to do that now?
No,
before I
you
talk?
keep talking and I'll switch
talk.
off.
Okay.
Okay, pay
Well,
attention if you will, dear listener.
What I'm doing, everyone, I'm doing a play reading of a wonderful, wonderful play called A Tree Falling. And I'm doing it at the Hilltop Memorial Hall. And it's two actors. One is Greta Scacchi, who's an Emmy Award winner and an Oscar nominee, and John Gregg, who's a Sydney Green Room Award winner. I've worked with both of them before many times. And it's about Lenny, a former doctor who now has dementia. And the local council send out a friendly visitor called Lola. And Lenny thinks that Lola is a patient, and so he advises her and consults her. And what he does is that he decides she needs therapy, so he plays the piano for her. But the thing is, there is no piano. He plays his desktop, his kitchen top, and any flat surface he can find. And they form a great, great friendship. And eventually Lola actually begins to hear Lenny's music, and her life changes and his life changes, and it is hilariously funny. It's deeply moving, and I urge you to see it. We're going to do a full production here in the Southern Highlands next year, but Sunday at 3 o'clock at the Memorial Hall in Hilltop. It is an absolute one-off. Greta's over here doing a film with Brian Brown and Rachel Ward at the moment. She finishes on Saturday night. She comes straight to my place to do a rehearsal. John finishes his show. He comes down on the Sunday. And off we go, 3 o'clock. And so that is it. It is a wonderful, wonderful story. And well, I think most people know Greta, and if you don't know Greta, have a Google of John, but also on today's post, on page 5, it says an exclusive play for the Highlands. There's a beautiful photograph of Greta in the last miniseries she did that was on air about 6 months ago, playing Mary, the mother of Jesus, in the big epic Bible thing. And it's a great photo. But A Tree Falling is this wonderful story about this man who has no piano but plays the piano wherever he can. And it's great. It's hilarious.
John, are you still with us?
I am indeed.
Yeah, you can see it. I mean, it's almost hopeless getting Dave to pipe down. I mean,
I'll stop
sorry,
now.
mate.
Let
What can
John
I say?
Gregg, star of the show, talk. I'm shutting up now, John.
Crikey. We've just been joined by phone, dear listener. John's on the phone. Welcome to the Highland Café program, John.
Thank you, John.
Yeah, good on you. Not least of all because we bear the same
That's
first
right,
name.
exactly. There's not many of us around.
Well, no, there used to be, but...
Are you being rude about me? I can't hear this.
You can't. Oh, he can't hear it because he hasn't got his phones on. We can say anything we want to. Put your phones on, mate. John, give us an idea of... Dave says he's given you a very grandiose title. Now, you can, in all modesty, accept this or not, the voiceover king of Australia. How do you feel about that?
Well, I think that might be just a tad far.
Oh, crikey. But do you do a lot of voiceover work?
Well, it's what I do generally now. And there's a part in this play reading that we're doing for an old bloke. and there aren't that many parts about these days. So, yeah, voiceovers, I like going in and, do a 30-second comedy or a 15-second drama.
Oh, crikey.
They're good fun to do.
I read somewhere else when you're doing voiceovers and nobody can actually see you, can you just turn up scruffy? What's your response to that?
Yeah, well, you've got to have a well-dressed voice.
Oh, yes, indeed.
It doesn't matter too much.
I still can't hear, by the way.
Oh.
Is that Dave again?
It's Dave again. He reckons he still can't hear. Jiggle the jack, mate. Jiggle the jack down there. Down the bottom, down there. Follow the cord. Oh, gee whiz, and I thought I wasn't.
Oh, it's not plugged in.
Oh, that would do it. Yeah, plug it in down the bottom. Oh, God. I asked Brian to plug it in.
Even not plugged in, he's still going.
Yeah, he's...
Do you know, play readings are really fun. I think they're terrific things to do, and it's a great opportunity for people to, when I say see a play, they're not seeing a fully staged production, but you use your imagination. You hear all the words?
Yes, I can hear you now, John.
And use the play. Oh, there he is again.
Yeah. Oh, well done. We
Start acting now.
He's plugged in.
I'm plugged in.
Well done. Just tell me this, just as a matter of interest. Have you boys, dear listener, have you boys worked together before?
We have indeed.
Oh.
And I was in a play directed by Dave, and it was absolutely terrific. And so since then, we have done a film together that Dave has done, and I played the main part in that.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that is coming out. Did he tell you anything about that? Maybe he's not talking about it.
No.
Oh, sorry. Is that all right to say something or not?
Absolutely. Wednesday is...
Well, hey, mate, we've got John here on the
sorry,
phone.
John, tell them all about
He's
Wednesday.
spending money. It's long distance. Oh, wait, I phoned him. Anyway, John, you tell us briefly about this movie.
Well, it's called Wednesday. Wednesday's child. Monday's day. But it's Wednesday, full of woe. And it's a farmer. He's actually on the way out. He's really exhausted. He's dying from. He's in trouble with the bank. He's got no money. His wife's left him, and it sounds a bit. Well, it is a bit. It's very moving. It's just a short movie, and I'm sure that when it's all complete and together, Dave will be showing it around the world in the short film festivals.
Oh, well done. I hope so, and I hope we have a premiere down here, and you might attend, my friend.
We'll have a premiere
there will be a
here.
viewing.
Mind you, I have to say, this sounds, it's obviously a fantasy film. We've got a poor farmer, the banks are foreclosed, crops aren't good, it's not raining, his wife's left him. That's got to be fantasy in today's world, right?
It's not really a fantasy. It's happening in the Southern Highlands.
Yeah, it's just...
but it opens in Hamburg, John. You don't know that.
Oh, crikey.
No.
Yes, Hamburg, February 2019. Then Berlin, then Toronto, Vancouver, blah, blah, blah. And, of course, the Empire in good old Barrel.
Oh, well done. First we take Manhattan, then we take Berlin. Gee whiz.
Berlin to Barrel.
John, right. Look, I just have to ask you this, especially I Google, that's about... I can only do that first level of research. I've told the listener before. I'm not that clever. If you Google and it comes up, fine. Otherwise, I'm history. But I noticed you were in a movie. Now, it's half a dozen, maybe a bit more than 6 years ago. That movie, To End All Wars, John, where you played... I was going to ask Greta, because I noticed she's played some historical characters. But just quickly to touch on this, and I hope it sounds like it was a moving experience for you, and it was a very enjoyable one. You played a historical character in this movie of World War II.
Yes. I didn't know at the time until I got it here, and he was just called Dr. Coates. And I made some inquiries about him, and was told, he was known as Christ of the River. He kept a lot on the Burma-Thai Railway. He kept a lot of people alive. He did amputations. He was knighted after the war. He was Sir Albert Coates, and he was a surgeon in Melbourne. And I met his sister, and I met his son, and it was. It's a terrific, amazing story, and I don't think even the people who wrote it originally knew how famous he was.
He was.
He was as famous as Weary Dunlop, really, at the time.
All right. A couple of comments that I've seen, and in fact several, I think, have mused over the fact that it's kind of unknown in Australia. They can't understand why it didn't get a theatrical release.
Well, yes, it's a terrific cast with Kiefer Sutherland and Robert Carlyle and Mark Strong, really, really top cast, and a very, very powerful piece. Yes, I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? I better let you go, and I'll get back to Dave so he can give us the details one more time.
All he wants to do is talk about cricket.
Well, anyway, look, it's a terrific play, and it's great to be able to see it, and looking forward to doing that.
Yeah, with Greta. Good on you. We look forward to meeting you in a couple of weeks. Thanks.
All right, John.
Thanks, mate.
See you Sunday, John.
Okay, mate. Right. Cheers all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Right.
Bye.
Mate, I think, Dave, back to Dave, I think give us those details one more time, including the bookings, if you don't mind.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Because those that are interested, and of course, anyone who is listening is deputated always to pass on the information.
Okay.
That goes without saying.
There's a big poster upstairs at the Empire Theatre all about it. It's on all the screens at the RSL. Daniel Marmont and all the marketing operations people there are fantastic. They've got it on their screens and flyers. It's at the tourist centre, and as you drive past the tourist information place, which I think is now called the Welcome Centre,
that's right.
They have a big outside neon board, and it's all in flashing lights, tree falling, Greta Scacchi, etc., which is good. So it's in today's paper. And you can buy tickets at the Tourist Info Centre and Hilltop General Store, because a lot of Hilltopians are going to be going, I know. I'm determined to keep that hall alive and kicking.
Yeah, well done. Good on you, because you've had a play reading there before.
I've done a play reading there before. I love my community and the people are great. So we're doing it there, and refreshments are provided after the read, and you get to meet John and Greta, and you can do selfies with them and sign autographs and all that sort of stuff. And full price.
Full price. Okay, that? I'm saying this.
You're saying that
because, mate, before I say the full price, see, I was making the phone call before, so maybe you did say this.
No.
Tell the people where all the money goes.
The money is all going to the WADCC, which I've done before, my favourite charity here in the Highlands, the Wingecarribee Adult Daycare Centres. It had all been sorted out with the chair of the board at the time, a wonderful woman called Katie Constantinou, and I think you'll meet her because she's volunteered to be the door lady.
Well done.
And everyone's helping, and the Wingecarribee Adult Daycare Centres do vital work for ageing and dementia sufferers, and the Southern Highlands figures have now reached the 2023 predictions that had been predicted for 2020 by the last census. So it's a burning issue here. But this play is not dull by any stretch of the imagination. It is a laugh through the tears roller coaster. It's a ripper.
And when you say the Wingecarribee Adult Daycare Centres, people think your first thought is towards the person that needs the care.
Yeah.
However, I've seen this. You've probably seen it. Yeah. You, dear listener, you've seen it. That maybe that the carer, the carers they age. They can age. Mate.
Caring is really, really difficult. I've done it myself with family, and you need respite. And seeing something like this for people who are in the business of caring or nursing, it's actually a relief, because you suddenly realise you're not alone. You're a big family, and you can laugh together, and afterwards we can have a cuppa and a yak and demystify what can often be seemingly and blandly a deeply worrying situation. But there are light moments.
Yeah. Okie dokie. The ticket prices are $20 full fare, and $18 concession.
That's right, with refreshments thrown in afterwards. Yep. Runs for 1 hour 20, no interval.
Beauty.
And if you're under 16, don't recommend you come.
Yeah, there you go.
I think it could be a bit.
Thank you for that. Yeah. Thank you for that. And it's. You've mentioned you can book tickets at the door. I'll be booking.
Or tickets at the door.
I'll be booking. Welcome Centre at Mittagong, you can book, or the Hilltop General Store for Hilltopians. Dave, good on you. And
thanks, mate.
Thanks. Well, two thanks. Thanks for your ongoing support of the Windsor Caribou Adult Daycare Centres, but also the interesting way in which you've chosen to do that, which makes sense for you. Being a filmmaker, I'll say all your life.
Yes.
When did you get into the film business?
5.
What age?
I was 5. I did Oliver in London. I was 8. Yeah, with Ron Moody was the first.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I was in that one.
He was fantastic.
Yeah, I can't remember much.
Well, no, you were only 5.
We were naughty schoolboys.
You were 5. Gee whiz. Oh, well done. Good on you, mate. Now,
I was very cute.
well, I'm sure you were. Oh, how things have changed. Okay, while we're saying goodbyes, our cheerios, I'm going to play. No, I'm not going to play. Just for fun, I was looking at Bob Hope and Shirley Rose, thanks for the memory, but no, I'm not going to do that. What I am going to play, though, is just for fun, Bing Crosby and Grace Kelly, beautiful Grace Kelly. She was not only beautiful, but you can disagree, but I thought she was a terrific actress.
Oh, yes, she was great.
Fantastic.
And she could drive a car.
Oh, you're thinking of the Cary Grant. Oh, she could drive a car. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Catch up.
Yeah. I didn't want to go there because I'm trying to keep it upbeat. Thanks very much, Dave.